Hey, so is it actually necessary to use a zipper foot when sewing a zipper? No, it is not necessary. So if you're here because you can't find your zipper foot or something like that, you are in luck because I'm going to show you right now why you do not need a zipper foot to sew your zipper on. So let's go. And the purpose of this is so you can get closer with your stitches to your zipper teeth. But that's not actually even the desired result in most pieces. I've actually compiled a few pieces where you can see how the zipper is sewn on. So on this pouch that Mary made, you can see that a lot of the tape is still showing. You have the zipper teeth and you have the tape. And you can see a lot of that tape. And that's not an undesired result. So the zipper foot is used to get really close to those teeth, but that's not actually even the desired result in most pieces, especially if you have a really decorative fun zipper like this. You would really want more of it to show. Like here's another, this is the popcorn pouch. This is the pattern. If you want to make it, we have it. But you can see a lot of that tape is showing, and that is normal. And I actually have a few store-bought pieces here with zippers so I can show you that I'm not lying or making this up. It's completely acceptable and standard for a lot of that zipper tape to show. So here is my coat from LL Bean, and you can see that they've left a fair amount of that zipper tape showing. You can see on the pockets even, a lot of that zipper tape is showing. They didn't attempt to get their needle right up against the teeth. This is Lucky Brand. Same thing. They left a lot of that zipper tape showing. One more, here's a purse. And look at all that zipper tape that's showing. You can see that the objective is not usually to get really close to the teeth. So therefore, the zipper foot is not necessary. Here's an example. If we were making a zippered pouch and I were to take this fabric and lay it on the zipper like this, place a few pins, and then we'll line it up with the raw edge of the fabric with the raw edge of the zipper tape, and then we'll head over to the machine and I'll show you what I mean. This is the regular presser foot. This is the zipper foot. There's a little button on the back here that I'm going to press, and this presser foot's going to fall off. So if we look at the difference between these two, you can see that this one is a lot more minimal. There are no outer edges, and the purpose of this is so you can get closer with your stitches to your zipper teeth. Okay, so I'm going to put this one back on just to show you. It actually has two positions. So you can put it right here, or you can put it right here. And then your needle's either going to come down in this hole or in this hole, and that depends on which side of the zipper tape you're sewing and where you're going to get closer. So if we were going to sew this, we would attach to this side so that the needle would have nothing in the way of getting right up against those teeth. Whereas if you had this, you can see you can't get as close to the teeth because all this metal's in the way. But like I showed you with all those other pieces, you don't need to get that close to the teeth anyway. So if I put this on, let's sew a little seam. See this, but I can feel that this part of the foot is right up against the teeth. So that's as close as I can get to the teeth without changing the needle position. I'm going to take it out halfway and we can look at it. So here's the section we just sewed with the zipper foot. You can see there's still a good amount of tape here. Now we could have gotten closer if we wanted to, but this is about where the normal is, as we saw on all those other pieces. So let's flip it back over. I only sewed half of that line. Now we can sew the rest of the line with the standard foot back on. So I'm going to hit the button back here to release the zipper foot. And I'm going to put on the standard foot. Now I'm going to drop my presser foot, and it is now as close as it can get to the teeth. So right here is where the teeth ridge is. I can feel it, and this presser foot edge is right up against it. So if I put my needle down, yes, we're a little bit to the left of that first stitch. There's the new one, but we can change our needle position. I'm going to move my needle position over. So on your stitch width selection, or maybe somewhere else, you should have a symbol that looks like this, which is supposed to be indicating that hole in your throat plate, and the needle is that little dot in the middle of it, as opposed to the needle being to the side. So we're going to go to the side. Okay, so now our needle is more to the side. So let's go ahead and sew. So I have the presser foot up against the teeth as much as possible, and our needle is to the side as far as it'll go. So let's try this stitch. Okay, incredible. It actually lined up pretty much in the same exact spot. So this one was with the zipper foot, with the needle in the standard position, and this was the standard foot with the needle in the leftmost position. So that, my friends, is why you do not need a zipper foot to sew a zipper. Now don't get me wrong, the zipper foot's a great invention, and it does help you get closer to the teeth when that's what you want to do. If you want to get closer to the teeth, especially if you're doing an invisible zipper or a garment application, then yeah, the zipper foot's great. But I hope that this video showed you that most of the time, for regular all-purpose zipper sewing, you don't need the zipper foot.